You are one coral polyp. You are smaller than a grain of rice. Your body is soft, clear jelly. You have a ring of tiny arms and a single mouth. Alone, you are almost nothing. And yet, what you begin today will one day be seen from space. Watch. Stage 1. The settling. Days ago, you were not even this. You were a speck adrift in the open ocean, one of millions released into the dark water on a single night. Most were eaten. Most of the rest never found solid ground. You are searching, though you have no eyes. You taste the water instead. Bare sand will not do. Loose rubble will not do. You are hunting for rock that is hard and clean and old, and for a faint chemical signal, given off by a pink crust of algae. It tells you this ground is steady. It tells you that here you can hold. You did. You sink down through the blue and touch bare rock. You feel the warmth. You feel the light. You stay. You press your soft body against the stone. And then you begin to build. You pull calcium and carbon out of the seawater itself. You lay them down beneath you as stone. Limestone, hard, white as bone. You build a small cup and you settle inside it. It is a house, it is armor, it is the first brick of something enormous. You are 1 millimeter across. The ocean is vast and hungry, but now you have a wall. Stage 2. The bargain. At night, you unfold your arms and catch what drifts past. Those arms are not as soft as they look. Each one carries thousands of coiled harpoons. A speck of plankton brushes against you and they fire. Barbed threads shoot out, hook it, and haul it back to your mouth. It is not enough. These clear blue waters are beautiful and almost empty. Out here, the open sea is close to a desert, so you make a bargain. Into your own body, you take something alive. Tiny algae, thousands of them, each one smaller than dust. They move into your cells and they stay. You give them shelter and the carbon you breathe out. They give you sugar made from sunlight. They feed you. Almost everything you eat now comes from the creatures living inside you. And they give you one more gift. They give you color. Your clear body glows with gold and green and deep amber. You are no longer invisible. You are lit from within. And now, at last, you can grow. Stage 3. The copying. So you do something strange. You split. A bud swells from your side and becomes another polyp. It is identical to you. It builds its own limestone cup beside yours. Then it splits. Then those split. 1 becomes 2. 2 become 4. 4 become thousands. You are no longer a single animal, you are a colony, and every one of them is you. Together you rise from the rock as one shape. A dome, a branch, a great stone fan. You grow slowly, about a finger's width in a year, but you never stop. And the limestone you leave behind does not rot away. It hardens. It becomes foundation. You are building on the bones of yourself. Stage 4. The city. You are not alone out here. Other corals settle on the same stretch of rock. Staghorn coral branching like antlers. Brain coral folded and grooved. Plate coral spreading out like tables toward the light. They crowd against you and compete with you for the sun. And together, without meaning to, you build a structure. A structure means shelter. So the fish arrive. Clownfish, parrotfish, damselfish in electric blue. Then the hunters follow the hunted. Reef sharks slide along the wall in the early light. A green turtle drifts overhead, older than any person alive. Every crack in your limestone becomes a home. Every ledge becomes a hiding place. Shrimp, octopus, eels, crabs. And when the light fails, the reef turns violent. Where 2 colonies meet, they go to war. You push long digesting threads out through your own body wall. You lay them across your neighbor and dissolve it alive. Every inch of this rock is fought over. Nothing here is given. You began as one soft animal on a bare stone. Now a whole world lives inside the thing you made, and it is still nothing compared to what is coming. Stage 5. The Reckoning. Then the water changes. Summer arrives and it does not leave. The sea grows warm, then warmer. 2 degrees above normal is all it takes. Something breaks inside you. In the heat, the algae in your cells turn against you. They flood your body with chemicals you cannot survive. So you do the only thing left, you spit them out. Every last one of them. Your partners, your food, your color, and you turn white. Bone white. Across miles of reef, colonies bleach in the same terrible week. The color drains out of the sea. Bleach does not mean dead, not yet. It means starving, it means waiting. If the water cools soon, the algae will come back to you. If it does not, you will starve inside your own skeleton. Weeks pass. Some of your neighbors never recover. Their limestone grays over with slime and weed. And then, while you are weakest, something else arrives. A crown-of-thorns starfish wide as a dinner plate, covered in spines. It climbs onto living coral and turns its stomach out over it. It digests the polyps where they sit. It leaves clean white bone behind, and there are thousands of them. Then a cyclone crosses the water above you. The swell smashes branching coral into rubble. In a single night, decades of growth become gravel. This is the reckoning. Can something this soft survive a world this violent? Stage 6. The Return. Then the heat breaks. Cool water slides back across the reef, and in your pale, starving cells something stirs. The algae return. Slowly your color comes back to you. Gold, then green, then deep amber. You are not what you were, but you are alive. And now the reef does what it has always done. It rebuilds. On one night, a few days after a full moon, the coral spawns. All of it. Everywhere. At once. Billions of tiny bundles rise from the reef like an upside-down snowfall. Pink and orange drifting up through the dark water. The whole sea turns thick with life. Most will be eaten. Most will never find a place to land. But some will. And each one that touches bare rock will do exactly what you did. Settle. Build. Begin again. You have survived heat before. You have survived storms before. Across thousands of years, you have died back and returned, again and again. That is your real strength. Not that you are strong, but that you never stop coming back. Stage 7. The Long Building. Now step back and let the centuries run. Your colony dies and its limestone remains. New coral settles on top of it. That colony dies and new coral settles again. Layer on layer. Skeleton on skeleton. Century by century, the reef climbs upward toward the light. Beneath you now lies limestone hundreds of feet thick. And beneath the reef you know lies an older reef. Beneath that one lies another. 500,000 years of coral stacked in the dark. Every inch of it was built by animals smaller than a grain of rice. The sea rises and you grow to meet it. The sea falls and you die back and wait. And when the water returns, so do you. 10,000 years pass. Then 10,000 more. You spread north along the coast. You spread south. Reef joins reef and reef joins reef again. Until what you have built is no longer a reef at all. Rise now. Rise up through the blue water. Break the surface. Look down. Wonder. The Great Barrier Reef. And there it is. The whole of it. At last. The Great Barrier Reef. It runs for more than 1,400 miles along the coast of Australia. Nearly 3,000 separate reefs. 900 islands. It covers an area larger than Italy. It is the largest structure ever built by living things. And it is the only one that can be seen from space. Astronauts find it from orbit, a bright vein of turquoise laid against the deep blue. It was not carved by rivers. It was not raised by machines. It was built, cell by cell and body by body, by soft animals with no brain, no bones, and no plan at all. But look closer at what you made. Nothing else in the ocean holds so much life in so little space. Coral covers a tiny sliver of the seafloor, yet a quarter of all marine species depend on reefs like yours. 1,500 kinds of fish move through your branches. 6 of the world's 7 sea turtles come here to breed. Dugongs graze the seagrass in your shallows. Humpback whales arrive each winter to give birth in your warm, sheltered water. And you guard the land itself. Your limestone wall breaks the force of the storms before they ever reach the shore. You did not only build a reef, you built a nursery, a fortress, and a city for a quarter of the life in the sea. And all of it began with one soft animal, smaller than a grain of rice. It began with a single mouth and a ring of tiny arms. It began with one polyp choosing a stone. It began with you. Somewhere out on that reef tonight, the moon is full. The water fills with drifting specks of life. One of them sinks down and settles on bare rock. Smaller than a grain of rice. Soft as clear jelly. It anchors itself. It begins to build. The reef is not finished. It never will be, because it began with one polyp. And it is still being built, one polyp at a time.